to respect everyone's time. Got it. Recording. Thank you, Jordan. So we'll be able to send this out to the folks who weren't able to make it today. Good morning, everyone. I am Katie Hepner. I'm the Regional Director of the North Central Small Business Development Center. We're hosted at Central Lakes College, but we serve 11 counties and 2 sovereign nations in North Central Minnesota. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us for Empower Local, a small business Saturday marketing event. There are a lot of partners coming to the table to make today happen. So I'm going to go ahead and list those all off for you. We have the ECRDC. Shout out to Jordan for this is his brainchild. North Central Small Business Development Center, that's us. GPS 4593, Chisago County HRA EDA, Isanti County, Kanabec County EDA, Mille Lacs County EDA, and Pine County EDA. So we are all coming together as East Central friends to share more information on Small Business Saturday. Our first speaker is an SBDC business consultant and marketing expert, Molly Solberg, and she's going to share with us some Holly Jolly tips and tricks to get ready for some of our favorite days of the year. Molly?
All right. Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you so much for having me. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let me know if everybody can see it. Yep. All right. We're getting a thumbs up from Katie, so thank you so much. And we had to test this out last week when I went to Brainerd at Central Lakes College and to a live audience in person. Katie does not have her Santa elf hat on today, which she did on Thursday, but I still got my green on, so we'll try to be a little bit festive here. But this is around the corner. I think Thanksgiving is popping up earlier than we thought, and I'll have that slide in here now. But I strictly just train small businesses who have no marketing budget. So everything that I'm going to be talking about here is a free asset. I think maybe somebody that's joining us might not be muted because I can hear some of the background noise. So you can just mute yourself if you aren't muted yet. Alrighty, and now we are moving on to what we're going to chat about this morning. We're going to chat about what those goals are. So all of us have some sort of service or product that we provide, and we really need to stop and think about, I get asked all the time, like, Molly, help me with my social media. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, what is the purpose of that? You're not just taking a picture and post it just to post it. There has to be some connection behind what you're doing. It has to be, I want to get 1 new client this month. I want to get 10 new customers door this weekend. I want to get more emails on my email list. I want to be able to, and if for those of you that are working with small businesses, I want to reach 5 new businesses that I haven't reached before. So we have to have a goal in mind because marketing is there for a reason. It's not there just to put a pretty face on everything. So we're going to talk about your goals. We're going to talk about, just a little bit about the holidays, branding, your shop if you have a brick and mortar location. Local search, because we all know everybody's using their phones on a daily basis to find pizza near me or when the gifts are. I mean, we were just on our phones this morning. We're going to be traveling for Thanksgiving down to Bentonville, Arkansas, which is the mountain biking capital of the world and home of Walmart. But on the way down, we're going to be going through Kansas City. So we're looking for barbecue places. So we pulled out our phone. And if you were one of those top 3 barbecue spots, because there's only 3 listings that appear, we're going to stop and eat your barbecue. And if you're 4th or 5th on the list, you might have the best barbecue in town, but we're not going to know about you. So local search matters, especially in our small communities. And then we're going to talk about the importance of reviews, which got that barbecue spot into that top position. We're going to talk about, if you have a website, what that should look like during the holidays. Of course, social media. We're going to talk about content that you can post on your channels. Events and partnerships. We know what the events are. Small Business Saturday is the big one for us. And then press releases and putting it all together. So some ideas on the number one thing we're going to do this morning is, and you're all sitting at your desks and you've all got your pencil and paper, so or your pen. Let's write that goal in pen so we can't erase it. So We're going to put it in pen. Do you want a revenue target? Do you want to increase your fourth quarter sales by 5%, 10%? What is that? Do you want to increase the transaction value? So if you have a website, can we do some research on your website and figure out how do I add like like featured products or people also buy? Because if I put something in my cart and it's like, oh, and I worked at Duluth Pack for 11 years. So if somebody put something in their cart, we always said, do you want leather conditioner to keep your leather straps? Do you want a leather cleaner? Do you want to add on a t-shirt? So we were increasing that transaction sale. Customer acquisition for us service-based people. Do we want more? Do we want to increase? We had somebody in the class last Thursday that wanted to increase their conversion rate. They had a lot of people going to their website, but they weren't purchasing. So how can we increase that? And then promotion effectiveness. You can have a promotion, but if nobody takes advantage of it, what's going on there? So we've all got our goals written down, right? We're all okay, good. I can't see a lot of your faces, so I'm just assuming that you're doing your homework behind the black screens with your name on it. So the first thing I talk about is your logo. Your logo should be updated on a regular basis. Take example for Apple, how much they've changed their logo since its inception. And it doesn't have to be anything confusing or complicated. eBay is just its name with different colors. Canon is just its name with a unique font. IBM is just its name with a unique font. So it doesn't have to be anything complicated, just making sure that we're updating our logo every 5 to 10 years so it stays relevant. So your branding is modern, keeping up with the times. And again, since I deal with clients that have maybe $1 to spend on your marketing budget, what can we do for a logo for free? I'm all about the free things. So this is our best friend as a small business owner is canva.com, canva.com. And I go here for everything. I go here. You can pay a monthly fee to have your logo uploaded with your brand colors. So you can go in and it would create, every time you want to create a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a flyer, a business card, a presentation, you just hit the brand thing and it gives you examples with your colors in it. And then I don't know if we should be, oh, there we go. Thank you, Katie. Katie put it in the chat, so you can easily click on that link and play around with it a little bit. So you can use the paid version, which is fantastic. And Katie uses it a lot too. Or you can just use the free version and you can type in logo or type in Facebook cover, whatever you need. I just typed in logo with a lake on it for our lakes area. And I got all of these fantastic logos. You can just click on one, change it to Molly Solberg Marketing for this one, Molly Solberg Marketing right here, and then download it and you're good to go. Here's some more examples of logos with a lake in it. So all these are really pretty. So I can click on this lake house one and change it to Molly Solberg Marketing. And then I'm going to make it a little bit more turquoise, then a little bit on the green side, and we're good. Maniac, boy, that applies to this household. So that's Canva, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But then it's, what are you going to do? Just adding Christmas lights around your windows if you have a brick and mortar location or your office space just gives the customer a feeling of, oh, it's the holidays, it's festive. Just psychologically seeing that, just a frosted window, a tree, a wreath, anything that just gets your customers in the mood. We don't know. Maybe we forget. We're just on Thanksgiving mode and our family's coming to town and we're freaking out over having to deal with our family, that we forget about, oh, if I just put up a Christmas tree and some lights, ding, 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 that tells the customer when they walk in the door, hey, it's the holidays. Why don't we shop and get some gifts? And that applies to the interior as well. Just dimming the lights, adding some white lights and a Christmas wreath so people feel like they're in the Christmas spirit. So it's not that hard, but we need to pull out those decorations and decorate. Here is another example of someone now with even more holiday spirit. What does that mean? It just means that they hung something from the ceiling. this year as opposed to last year, so they can claim that they have more holiday spirit. But psychologically, I'm going to read this and it says, oh, wow, okay, huh, more holiday spirit. Well, I guess I got to shop here because this is the store with the most. Right there. I just read the sign. And then our friends Purple Fern in downtown Brainerd, she also does a little bit of wholesaling, and so she's showcasing that right there. I'm in Cross Lake all day, having fun setting up my space for the holidays. So right there, she's saying, like, here's pictures of my products with holiday decorations around it. I'm telling you that it's the holidays. I'm adding a Christmas tree to my post. So here it is. We can go and see, oh, this would make a great gift. You know, she should talk about that piece of it. She could also take a video of this display. She's taken the time to take these individual photos. She can take a video of the whole display, and then she can post that a couple days from now, because we know that we need to mix up our content between a photo and a video. Maybe she could have gone live and just said, hey, everybody, I'm in Cross Lake today. If she would have went live, that video would have alerted everybody that follows her that Purple Fern is now live. And so everybody's got like, well, I got a looky-loo. I got to come and see what's going on over here. And it saves the video. So you can go back and say, Purple Fern was live. Oh, they were live. Okay. And I can watch the video again the next day. It could be a little bit intimidating to go live, but she didn't have to show herself or her face. She could have just talked and said, here I am in Cross Lake and at shop 218. And here is an example of my holiday displays where you can find everything for those hard to buy people on your list. And then while you're there, get something for yourself, because I pretty much own most of her. She's got these lady slipper ones and I pretty much own everything she has in that lady slipper scent, along with one of her candles, which I don't even right here. Sitting right at my desk. So yeah. So because I've seen this display, I've gone down there, stopped here and purchased. Making sure that your local business listing is here. So she should change her cover photo to a Christmas photo. You can easily, if you've claimed your Google business, which all of you should have done it, whether you're service-based or product-based, and once you claim your listing, you just go to Google, type in Molly Solberg Marketing, Purple Fern Bath Company, and your dashboard will appear. She can click on photos, click on cover photo, and change it to a Christmas photo. We just need to drill into everybody's heads that this is the holiday season and they need to use your services or they need to buy your products. And she also has her products listed here, which is again, the lady slipper. So I can just click right here and immediately buy it. So, and Google is free. This whole listing is free. You can list your products for free. Make sure everybody leaves you reviews. We'll talk a little more about that. Because we know if I'm coming shopping to Brainerd, which I did last week, where are the gift shops? Where can I shop? I'm only going to see these 3 listings. I'm not even seeing the Purple Fern here. So I'm only seeing these 3. So then I see that they've got 5-star reviews. They've got 221 reviews, all these reviews based on gift shops. I'm looking at the photos. So these photos matter. I'm basing it off of reviews and I'm basing it off of photos that I've seen here. This just looks, if this is a Christmas photo right here, like this one looks like it is, I'm going to make sure to stop there. But again, you see that there's only 3 listings. So it's very important that we keep adding photos and getting reviews to get to the top of the list, because our friend Google is 85% of the search engine share in our area here. 85%. That's why I talk a lot about Google. And it's beefy and it's free. And it's the only search engine that allows you to have no physical address like me. It allows me to have a service area of central and northern Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. Sometimes I go over to Wisconsin for the cheese. So Google is sending out all these emails to you. Once you've signed up for your Google business account, they're like, make sure you show up on maps, make sure that you can display your live in-store delivery, because you can hook it to your website. You can list your products on Google. There's ways that you can do it for free within your listing, and then there's ways that you can do paid shopping right here. that's another lesson that we can chat about at a different time. But it's a really beefy, powerful tool that you should be using on a weekly, monthly basis. And I think Katie's probably throwing another chat. There it is. Smallbusinesswithgoogle.com. Thank you. Because we talk about how our websites are very important, and they are, but I'm looking for gift shops in Brainerd, and look at what it's giving me after those 3 listings. It's giving me TripAdvisor, it's giving me Visit Brainerd, it's giving me Yelp, it's giving me another Yelp, and then it's giving me an article that the Brainerd Dispatch put out. So I'm not getting purplefern.com's website. I'm not getting any of the websites that were listed here on our Google business listings. There are times when they have a website button here. So I might just go to if they have a website, I'm just going to click on the website button here because they're not appearing in search results. So that also shows you the power of making sure that you have your local listing taken care of. And making sure if you have a physical location that you're on Yelp. Yelp isn't free if you want to add photos and logos, but it's free just to claim your listing. And we have to do that because, again, of our friends, the iPhone Safari uses Yelp results on Apple Maps. And it's a little annoying because Yelp isn't as beefy as Google. So there's times where I'm searching for a restaurant on my Apple Maps and I'm like, why is it not showing me the restaurant or the website or photos or anything? And I'm like, oh, because it's our friend Yelp. So just making sure that and Katie's given you the link she's just my Christmas elf this session. So you can click on that link and make sure that you have claimed your free listing on Yelp. Again, only if you have a physical location. Reviews, reviews, reviews. They are a ranking factor. They lead to a higher click-through rate of people that go to your website or call you for your services, and they create social proof. 91% of your potential customers say that positive reviews will make them more likely to use your business. What happens if you get a negative review? Wait, answer it professionally, and be proactive and bury it with as many good reviews as you can. So don't wait for that one bad review to come in and then panic over it. Make sure that you're proactive and get as many friends and family and customers as you can to leave you 5-star reviews. And then we talk about our website. So we made our shop look festive. We have made the outside of our shop look festive. And for those of us that have products or services, when I was in Brainerd speaking for Holiday Hustle, I took a photo of the pretty background of the slideshow and Katie had her Santa hat on. That image should be on my homepage now, because then you get the idea of like, oh, look, Molly speaks on marketing things. We should hire her to come and speak to our group. So just creating that image, sharing that image so everybody knows, hey, ding, 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 it's the holiday. We need to see with our eyes. We know that our attention spans are going from here down to here. We've only got a second. So as they're driving by, let them see Christmas lights. As they're coming in, let them see garland. Let them see gift ideas. If they're coming to your website, let them see something holiday related. All LL Bean did was plop this centerpiece down on the table and take a picture and call it good. Then for Easter, they're going to move this over and put on an Easter basket, take a picture and call it good. Oh, Easter gifts. Good idea. Again, the purple fern needs to take this, and Brenda's my friend, so that's why I'm using her as an example. But she should have some garland in here, take another picture, put it on her homepage, or she could take a gift bundle idea, take a bath bomb and some lotion and some soap and reed diffusers and put it in a basket and say holiday gift ideas. Okay, I get it. I get it. I'm going to buy it now. And my other free tool, which I can see Katie's little mind working now to put unsplash.com into the chat. But Unsplash is a fabulous free tool to use free images. I think if you click on unsplash.com and search for something, I use the category Christmas. it'll give you some iStock photos first that you have to pay for. But if you scroll down, you'll start to see this Unsplash Plus you'll have to pay for, but you'll start to see that this image is free, this image is free, this image is all these three across the top. You can download it, and I could download this one and put it on my website and say, Molly Solberg Marketing wishes you a happy holidays. If you'd like to schedule a one-on-one, let's wait till January. So here you go. Unsplash.com. I've gone here and typed in Zen photos for massage clinics and found some really beautiful photos that we've used, or for wellness clinics. I've clicked down here and put lakes, Minnesota lakes, and found some really cool Boundary Waters images that I've had clients use, pizza photos. So we've used this a lot until they can get some high quality images for your own website. In the meantime, you can use these Unsplash images for free. And then this is cool because this was created on freepick.com. And I'm not sure if you just type in freepick.com if you'll get to this one, but you have to type in free AI generated images. And then I scroll down to free pick. So I went to this website, I went to free AI generated images, and then I went and I typed in create white buckets in a row on Main Street, decorated for the holidays. And it gave me this image. And it put bows on there too, which thanks AI. So this is just one tool that you can use to make AI. But Katie knows how much I love to talk about my soon-to-be patented trademark. I'm not going to patent or trademark it unless a trademark attorney wants to do it for free. This is my content buckets, but I'm just going to use quotes because this is a fun exercise that I do with all of my clients that they love and appreciate. Because the number one thing I hear is, I don't know what to post on Facebook. I posted like a month ago because I thought of something. I'm like, no, you cannot post month by month. If you have 500 followers, only a small fraction of them see your content. So if you're only posting once a month, nobody's seeing it except for your mom or your sister that legally have to look at your stuff and like it, which isn't helpful because they're already customers. So create these content buckets, and these buckets are services that your business provides, or it could be products that you sell. So the content buckets for Brenda's Purple Fern could be the handmade products she makes and show those, the scents, the soaps and the reed diffusers and the bath salts. Another content bucket she could use is how she makes them all. Shows her mixing and pouring and making all of those things. The next bucket could be all of her events, Small Business Saturday, a downtown Brainerd business function, partnership that she's created, anniversary for her 5th year in business. It could be Mother's Day event, a Father's Day event, kids' birthday party event. So that's one whole bucket. Another bucket could be everything that's going on in downtown Brainerd, those partnerships and friends that she's created. So we can come down and, oh, okay, well, if there's something going on at this shop, then I can just stop at Purple Fern and stop at this shop, and it's a 2-for-1. Brings more people down, elevates your content. We'll talk about that. So then you just rotate between the buckets. So she just talked about an event. She just showed her making some soap. Now she's going to go and talk about a product that she's got from sale. She also has products that she sells that she doesn't make. So that could be another content bucket. She does a lot of, I've bought some like beard stuff from my dad for Father's Day. That she sells all that. So all these different ideas. Or services. I provide services. So one of my buckets is tips. I'll go out and read like Social Media Examiner and find the latest algorithms and what's going on Instagram and how you can reach more followers. And I'll share that article on there. One of my buckets is all my speaking stuff. So for today's presentation, I found the flyer for it. Very well done. Nice, professional pictures of all of us. So I shared that on my Facebook page and then linked back. So that provided content for me. And then maybe I'll highlight one of my private clients. Most of my clients are confidential, but I have some that aren't. So I'll showcase some wins that we've done for them. And then I'll just rotate between those buckets. So really think about the products you provide, the services that you provide, what are your different buckets, and then sit down either individually or a group and write on a whiteboard or write on a sheet of paper what your bucket titles are, and then everything that goes under each of those columns. And then you're good to go. You don't need to keep reinventing the wheel. You know when tax season is. So if you do accounting, you know when to notify. You know when the holidays are. You know when Small Business Saturday is going to be, Mother's Day, Father's Day, summer vacations. So every holiday all of that stays the same. If you did something really well last year, it's like, oh, we had that Main Street had that 4th of July parade and we had a float or a booth and that went really well. So let's put that on the calendar and make sure that we do that again. So I love coming up with ideas to fill buckets. So if you're stuck with your buckets, you let me know and you reach out and we'll have a little session and we'll fill your buckets. And I'm going to give you more ideas to fill those buckets. So if you're still stuck, here's more. Have a holiday themed product showcase, highlight your product offerings, do countdown posts. Thanksgiving is really early this year. I think people are shocked. I always think of Thanksgiving as being around my uncle's birthday, which is like the 27th, 28th. I always think of it. It's the 23rd. It's like coming up fast. It is next week. Is it next week? No, it's the week after. Yep. No, it is next week. Oh my God. What? Okay. Okay. Wow. So yeah. So apparently I should have a countdown post because it's coming up that fast. Small Business Saturday, and it's not too late to market for that. Do some behind the scenes. Nobody does enough of this, and I would love the behind the scenes. I would love to know, how the behind the scenes at the Small Business Center happens, like what kind of work Katie is doing behind the scenes. I want to see that so then I can realize like, oh, I know a business that would benefit from that. I want to see that. I want to see Brenda working behind the scenes and how she makes all this soap. It just endears me to her brand. So let's see some of the behind the scenes. I love the pot. When I was at Duluth Pack, I would show our potluck and everybody loved those. They wanted to see like, oh, how many crock pots we got over there? What's the hot dishes? How many hot dishes do you have? Sometimes we'd have a theme and they love that. They're like, oh, Duluth Pack. Oh, and it benefited like, oh, Duluth packs are made in Duluth. They're still made here. They're not made overseas because they just had a potluck and I saw all the sewers lined up eating hot dishes. And then customer testimonials and reviews. If you get a fabulous review, why don't you share it onto your social media account? Because if one customer has had that experience, there may be 5 customers that have that experience. And each time I share one of my lovely reviews, it goes over really well. They're like, yeah, Molly's great, or Molly's the best. It does a lot for my ego as an only child. So maybe don't share the last name, but just go ahead and if you've had a great review, share it. Share a testimonial. We had a customer stop in the other day and she said she loves our products and her daughter came to visit and she had to bring her daughter down and her daughter's from California and she loved the products. Share a little story. User generated content. You'll see a lot of this on Instagram. A lot of the people that I follow, somebody comes into their shop or uses their services and, does a little picture. Here I am drinking fabulous Lake Superior water. And then Lake Superior will tag me in it. Lake Superior has their own account. I know. I'm just kidding. But then they'll reshare that and say, oh, if users are using content, just repost it. So I posted something about going to the Small Business Center and I tagged the Small Business Center in it so they could see that content so they could reshare it again. Or the Entrepreneur Fund in your area had some distinction awards. They tagged me in it as a presenter, so that showed up on my account. So all these people attended and took photos, and then they just used all those photos and just shared it. And then that was their posting. So if you've got customers or clients that have created content, make sure that you share it. Share gift ideas. Keep it simple S, the KISS method. Keep it simple, Sally. So make sure that you just tell us, hey, do you know that this coffee mug is ceramic and it's insulated and keeps your coffee? Like, oh, great, I'm gonna buy it. And here it is right now for $17. So buy it right now. We only have 4 in stock, so you better run. And 3 people are coming in right now to buy it. Oh, I didn't know I needed this. Now there's only gonna be 1 left, and I better run down there right now and buy it. So give me a gift idea and I'll buy it. If I get a catalog in the mail and it says gifts for that hard to buy, I kept the catalog, I read it, I came up with gift ideas, I kept it, gave it to my friend who has hard to buy for people. And so I gave it to her. And so like here, it tells us what to buy for somebody that likes whiskey or somebody that likes games or a kid that's 10. Here we go. Easy peasy. Just tell us. Do you have any promotions going on? Talk about that. We don't know what we don't know. And then holiday recipes, some of your favorite things that you grew up with. It again, it endears us to you because you're sharing those holiday recipes. After we get home from my grandma's on Christmas Eve, my mom would always have champagne and a shrimp cocktail platter ready for us. And so now I carry on that tradition of having that champagne and that's just such a, so I should share that story so that you're just like, oh, Molly does this for Christmas. So then when they see me, they're like, hey, happy holidays. I hope you enjoy your champagne and shrimp at midnight. I'm like, I will. So share those recipes. Festive decorations. I've told you you're going to buy a Christmas tree. You're going to put it up and put lights. Now you're going to take a picture of it and post it. So now everybody knows, hey, I got in the festive spirit, went to Menards, went to Home Depot, bought the lights, put them up. Here we go. Or our local hardware store in downtown. Holiday contests and giveaways. DIY ideas. I'm all about the DIY ideas. I'm going to go and buy a bunch of stuff right now because I saw a DIY idea. Holiday tips and advice. And bonus is that storytelling, like what I talked about with the family recipes. Or my mom thought it would be great to make a bunch of popcorn and string it. And I hit my finger with a needle so many times it was bloody. But then when we were done with the popcorn and the cranberries stringing it, then we put it outside for the birds. So that was a little heartwarming story. And if you need more ideas, here goes Katie. She's going to put it in the chat. Our friends Chat GPT, and I've got it here too, chatopenai.com. So I went in and pretended I had a bookstore. And so when you go to Chat GPT, Katie gave you the link. Click on the link. You just get a search box. I typed in that box. Write 3 social media posts for Small Business Saturday for my business, Molly's Bookstore. Hint, I don't have a bookstore, but these posts were so fabulous that I think I'm going to get a bookstore just so I can post these things. So it just tells us, support local, shop small, visit Molly's Bookstore. Or I could tell it, my bookstore on Superior Street in Duluth, Minnesota, on Laurel Avenue. I can just put that down there, or Laurel Street. Yep. So then it would put that content in there, or I just use this as an example and then I put it in there of what I have. Get ready for holiday season with Molly's Bookstore. And then if you know me, I like to make some jokes and be a little funny. That's my brand. Part of my brand is quirky little Molly, and people retain something more if I tell a joke rather than falling asleep. So I said, write 3 funny social media posts for Small Business Saturday for my bookstore. And these are, if life gives you lemons, you sell them and buy books at Molly's Bookstore. We're making Book Nana's deal. So come get their literary fix all in one place. Did you hear about the bookstore that rocked Small Business Saturday? It's the punniest day of the year. Novel idea. I mean, it's like, these are, thanks, Chat GPT. So again, no excuses for not creating a ton of content. Chat GPT, just be specific in what you want. You could do 10 funny posts for the holiday season, and it would give you 10. So here we go. You've got your content buckets. You've got 2 slides full of ideas. You've got Chat GPT. No excuses. And here's a slide on creating that plan. We clarified our purpose with our goals. Choose your segment. We're going to update our website's homepage with something holidays. We're going to update our Facebook cover photo with something holidays. How are we going to update our Facebook photos for the holidays? Canva.com, Facebook cover photo. We can upload an Unsplash image, or they have tons of images. You're good to go. You're going to create your content calendar. You're going to create that content, whether it's ChatGPT or the AI images. You're going to engage, and then you're going to analyze. Don't forget to analyze. Don't forget to sit down in January when all the eggnog and Tom and Jerry's wear off and look back to what did well. If you had a Facebook post where you copied over a review that you got on Google and that got in front of 300 people and 29 likes, ding, ding, ding. Let's do that again. Here is another freebie. Medium.com/Google. How fast can Katie typed in? /Google Sheet Geek /2023 social media editorial calendar free Google Sheets template. Go. Okay. Okay. That's going to take her some time. But if she doesn't need to type it in. You can all see that's right here, and you're going to get a copy. So you're going to be able to go in and type this in. But there's all these free tools available for you to easily go in and type this in. What are you going to talk about here? What are you going to talk about on Instagram? What are you going to talk about on Facebook? And a lot has happened in 2023 because Twitter isn't Twitter anymore. It's X. What are you going to talk about on TikTok? Don't freak out. You don't need to get TikTok or be on X. And with Facebook and Instagram, they can be tied together, and you can Google how to do that. So you can just post once and it goes to both. I post on Facebook, it goes to my Instagram. I post on Instagram, it goes to my Facebook. So you can just be one and done. But here it is. Here's a free content calendar, and you can just Google medium.com, Google Sheet Geeks 2023 social media calendar. So there's no pressure for Katie to create it. We can all do the homework and find it. And then we're going to take a little trip back to the first slide I had on canva.com that Katie shared with us. And I just wanted to create I just clicked on Facebook post. I clicked on Christmas, and I look for ones without the yellow crown. The yellow crown means you have to pay like 99 cents for it. And there has been times she did it. She got it in there. Nicely done. So there we go. We can click. Everybody is clicking on these, and so you've got all these open tabs waiting for you after today's fabulous presentation to go and do a little bit of research on these and download this free calendar. So thank you for doing that, Katie. And then we're going to go to Christmas, and I just found this one, and now I'm going to go in here and say happy holidays from Molly Solberg Marketing. Thank you for a fabulous 2023 clients, and I'm open and available if anybody needs an assessment of their marketing and their business. I'm happy to help you in 2024. So cheers. Cheers to a new year. So then I just download it, and there we go. And it took a minute to create this post. So there we go. So canva.com, I clicked on Facebook post, I clicked on holidays or Christmas. I found all these cute, I like this little pink one and theme of the Barbie movie that came out. There's lots of pink over here. So maybe I'll create a pink one, and I can just click on here, click on Merry Christmas, change it to Happy Holidays, change it to Molly Solberg Marketing, and download. Yes, so here was the slide I should have had at the beginning. Thanksgiving, next Thursday, Black Friday, next Friday, Small Business Saturday, next Saturday, Cyber Monday. And I talked to a few clients that is I spoke on Friday with Frost River, who also makes packs in Duluth. And Cyber Monday is by far their busiest day, hands down, their biggest day of the year. So they've already done their planning back in August to talk about what content they're going to create, because they have to pull photos last year's winter so they can show snow, because there's no snow. There is no snow in Duluth in August, which you may not realize. There is, however, A little bit of snow out there now, although now it's tropical at 50, but there has been snow last week and you've had snow too. So here we go. Let's think of some ideas if we haven't done so already. And let's think about creating an event for Small Business Saturday. I go to Facebook and create an event. You can go to Google Business and create events, because this is how I decide what's going on. There's a holiday crafts sale here that I'm going to stop at. There's a coming up on Saturday, there's a farmers market holiday season, which means we can stop and get our Christmas trees or our holiday wreaths. We just have to stop downtown Duluth. This one we thought was pretty clever. Boozy Book Fair. It's like the Scholastic Book Fair that we've had in our elementary school, middle school, high school days. But now they're having it at a brewery. So now you can grab your beverage and walk around and pick out books for gifts and yourself. So making sure that you create an event. Think of an idea for Small Business Saturday and create an event for it, because that's how people are going to find you. Here we go. Wild State Cider, a make and take wreath class right here. So, oh, great idea. That was yesterday. We missed it, but could have make and take a wreath. So think of an idea, create a Facebook. This is another AI generated, because AI isn't good at hands and feet. So we can see he doesn't really have a fully formed hand. But I said in this AI thing, make an old town crier in the middle of Main Street, decorated for the holidays. So AI is pretty good at that. So create a Facebook event and then share it on your business page, to a group, to your personal page, to your members. Make sure you tag, the Brainerd Lakes Area Chamber if the chamber is doing something. Create a Google Business update. You can create an event, and then a press release. Write a press release and send it to the Brainerd Dispatch. They're looking for things to put in their paper. So make sure that you let them know what you've got going on, or the chamber. Molly Solberg, how do I write a press release? I have no idea. Oh, let's go to ChatGPT and say, certainly, here's a sample press release for your Small Business Saturday event at your gift shop. So put in your name, title, gift shop, Molly's gift store, my phone number, my address, support local businesses for Molly's gift shop. The beloved local gift shop is excited to announce its participation in Small Business Saturday. Molly Solberg's gifts will join thousands of small business around the country. So now I'm making it relevant, because I'm tying my business to this national day and what this national day means. So all I did was go to ChatGPT. Certainly I'll create a sample press release, download it, copy it into a Word document, add your stuff in there, and you're good to go. No excuses. Not with our little AI secret robot friends. They can help you. And they're using their power for good right now. So let's use it for good. And here's just some more of the press release. We're thrilled to be part of it. List any specials and deals and promotions. Mention any loyalty programs. So thank you, ChatGPT, for letting me know what I should fill in here. So fill in your content, send it off to the Brainerd Dispatch. If you look on their website, there's usually like news tips at Brainerd Dispatch. So just look on their website and see where to send it, because they're looking for ideas. And then we have more of our AI generated photos that Katie gave you the link for. I said, make Santa and Rudolph shake hands like a partnership. And that totally isn't shaking hands. There's some weird nose things. And as we pointed out, when we were live in Brainerd, that someone said, hey, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs. And then someone pointed out, no, there's 6, because there's this one. So we are not going to be overtaken by any robots anytime soon, because they don't know how many legs go on a reindeer. So we're good. So use this AI for good and create those partnerships. In our Lincoln Park area in Duluth, they've created this Small Business Saturday with every shop that's within Enger Loft. So they're all, they've created one event, and then the coffee shop shared it, and the gift shop shared it, and the boutique shared it, and the children's store shared it, and the Red Market Zero Waste store shared it. So now all of a sudden, instead of 500 of your followers seeing it, 20,000 people have seen it, because all of these people have shared it. Lincoln Park has also created on December 9th their own, and it used to be 20 businesses in Lincoln Park, but now there's 76. So they've created this whole cool little district down there, just floored Katie. I just learned this on Friday. So now they took all of those and they have a very, and the reason that they have it is because they have a very strong local business association. Every party, the president of the Lincoln Park Business District knocks on every single door and has them all meet once a month and discuss parking issues that they may be having. Hey, let's create an event. So now 76 businesses are participating in this event on December 9th. Can you imagine the outreach that that has when all of those people, I mean, it's everybody from the tattoo shop to the bar and grill, to the restaurants, to the boutiques, to the breweries, to the cider houses, to the taco trucks, everybody. So now thousands and thousands and thousands of people are going to see it. And all the tourists coming to the area will know about it. Create an event, create a partnership, share each other's content, putting it all together. What's everything that we talked about? We talked about the goals, branding, logo, signage, exterior, interior, local search, reviews, website, social media content. I can talk a really long time without taking a breath. Content ideas, events and partnerships, and now we've put it all together in an AI generated make Santa sleigh full of presents. So this present is kind of a weird two-shaped present. Again, AI is getting there a little bit, but AI generated thank you. Thank you for coming this morning. Thank you for participating. Thank you for clicking on all of the links and learning all of the free tips and tools. I have to put in my Molly Sober, facebook.com, Molly Sober Marketing, because I am here to be a resource for you. Again, free. I love everything free. So if you want some of these tips, if you want more clarification, just reach out on my website, reach out here. I'm happy to help any small business reach its holiday goals. And thank you for having me.
Thank you, Molly. Does anyone have any questions for her? I am throwing into the chat our SBDC registration link. So if you do want to meet with Molly one-on-one, you can register there and then I will connect you. But any questions for Molly? Feel free to unmute yourself. All right, well, we'll kick it over to Leslie and Sandra.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Leslie Sauter. I work for Pine County as our Economic Development Coordinator, and I am really pleased to introduce Sandra Grandy, Sandra owns Midwest Charm, which is currently located in downtown Pine City. It's a home decor and gift shop that specializes in repurposed home goods with a shabby chic flair. Sandra's storefront, social media presence, and her collaboration with her neighbor, the Flower Box, drive consumers to our small, quaint downtown area of Pine City. So we've invited her here today to pretty much share with you how she manages it all while keeping things creative. And I imagine that she uses a lot of the tools that Molly introduced to you guys, because I believe that is the secret to her sauce right now that gets her out there. So Sandra, thank you so much for joining us today, and please share with us how you do it all.
Thank you guys for having me. I am here actually at my store, so you can actually see my Christmas that's around me instead of shooting from home, which is normal blue boring walls. I have had my storefront for about 1.5 years, but I've been in this particular business for probably about 9 years or so, but I've always done some sort of creative venture. I am going to share with you today exactly how I go about doing what I do. I'll share my Facebook page here with you all in a minute. Again, it is a lot of what Molly shared with you is what I do. Our social media, you know, the one thing I can tell you all is consistency. Make sure you are posting consistently. We tend to schedule out our posts so that they are done ahead of time and we don't have to go, oh my gosh, what am I going to post today? We typically try to have them done for the week. We'll sit on our close days are Monday, Tuesdays. That's when we brainstorm and this is what we're going to do this week. And we schedule those out so that we don't have to think about it. Quality pictures for those posts are key. When I share, let me see here. My MacBook died, you guys. I'm really sorry. So I'm going to have to, I just swiped the wrong thing. Let me see. Well, I'm not getting that. So let me just go ahead and just keep going. I'm sorry. quality pictures. So it's really key to have good close-up quality pictures for your posts. Not too many of them. I know a lot of the boutiques like I have tend to post everything that's new in their store or their whole store. Whereas with us, we choose to post 2 or 3 really good close-up pictures that draw a person in. And I cannot tell you how many times I've had somebody say, I saw that on Facebook, I need it, where is it? Or they saw it on Facebook and know exactly where it is in the store because we've taken a really good picture of that item. Engaging posts and making them personalized. So yesterday is our day off, and we tend to we joke that our one kitty is our quality control inspector because he likes to be right with you when you are working, whether I'm cooking or whether I'm painting or whatever. He is right in the mix and he wants to be a part of it with me. So, you know, I posted yesterday, he was being so cute and rolling all over, and I'd posted, my post yesterday was about, you know, our quality control manager was asking for the day off. And how can you say no to that cute little face? I mean, you want to make it personal and have some of your personal life in there so that people feel like they've bonded with you. I can't tell you how many times people have come in and said, I feel like I know you. I feel like you're already my best friend because they've been through, you know, all this day-to-day stuff as well as the store stuff with me. And then cross-posting. So Molly had mentioned that when you post to Instagram, it posts on Facebook and, you know, back and forth. But you can also take those posts and put your videos on TikTok. You can put them on YouTube. You can put them on Pinterest. Pinterest is huge. I don't think Molly really touched on that because it is basically a free search engine for small businesses, in my opinion. You get your business page all set up on there. You link it to your Facebook page. You link it to your web page, and it's just another free search engine that you can use. And yes, you're going to use Canva to make all those posts. That's huge. And we use Canva for the flyers for that we make up for in the store. One of the other things is to include your keywords for what you do. So I do repurposed, upcycled home decor and furniture. And with that, when I make a post, you're just going to try to use as many of those keywords in a normal sentence. So you don't want to like just throw out keywords or just hashtags. You want to, you know, oh, look at this upcycled Santa rack here. You know, I mean, you want to make sure you're using those keywords in your post so that when somebody goes on there to search, they're going to put those keywords in there. And if you're not using those keywords, it's not going to pop up to the top of those search lists. Another way we really implement things is by collaborating. I am on Main Street, which is so stinking cute, and I love it. And right next door to me, we have the most adorable flower shop with the sweetest owner ever. And we decided early on, we both kind of took over our businesses here. You know, I started my storefront and she took over hers at the same time. And what can we do? You know, how can we get that cross-pollination and have her followers and my followers and use them both to our benefit? And so for that one, we started doing markets. So we've had 3 of them already. We have more in the works. And with these markets, we not only is it bringing people to our stores, but we're giving back to our community because not only like we've done a food drive and we've done a game where people donated and got to play a game and win a prize, and that went to the homeless shelter. And so we're finding ways to give back to our communities, finding activities that are family friendly, and at the same time supporting our neighbors and letting them sell their homemade goods and having food from a local restaurant. And it's been such a huge, I can't even tell you, I get goosebumps. It's been such a huge boost to our community and to both of our stores on those weekends. It's insane. I think the last one we had, I had, I think 4 or 5 extra people here helping me because it was that crazy. It was just, it's been amazing. And to see our little town show up and be all into it and, hey, we need this. It just makes everything we do worthwhile. Another form of collaboration I do is we have a similar shop. It's more of gifts down in Rush City, which is, not very far away. And she is a candle maker, and I wholesale her candles and carry them in my store. She wholesales my hand dipped flannel shirts and carries those in her store. And we're like, well, what more can we do? How can we cross pollinate and get people to go back and forth? Well, funny enough, we've, unbeknownst, scheduled our markets the same time as her markets, which have been great. So we're able to say, oh my gosh, go hit them up, but then we also decided, let's take it a little bit further. Let's do up some little cheap business cards with coupons, and I carry hers in my store. She carries mine in her store, and I'm talking cheap. This is the front, this is the back, and here's hers. I think she does hers. I don't even remember which site she used. And we hand them out and we take them back in, and it's a simple 20% off one item per visit, and we're getting the cross pollination that way. Let me see here. And then just knowing other small businesses, if we stop at our local coffee shop in town, I'm going to take them in the morning saying, hey, we're getting our, morning boost, before we start our day. Or we have the awesome hardware store across the street, tagging them in all of our posts, and just getting that kind of cross pollination has been extremely helpful as well. You're pulling from two customer bases or multiple customer bases, and that's going to bring people in. And then I think the other main big thing would be how we do our store layout. I have been in multiple stores similar to mine before we opened ours up, and I've learned a lot from that. I've learned a lot as a vendor, what I liked and what worked for me. And I've seen what works for business owners now. And your windows, people, do something with your windows. You need to make sure that besides having signage in there, and I think we have 3 open signs, and we still get people saying, I didn't know you were open today. It happens, but make sure, I cannot tell you, we've had people come in, they shop our windows and come in when they see we've changed them up. I think we change ours about once a month. With Christmas as it sells, we're switching it out. So it just depends, but doing the displays and having those windows accessible to the inside of your store or business is huge, because that's the first impression that people are going to get of your business, and they're going to want to come in if they see it changing on a consistent basis, and they see, it's going to draw them in, so we've got lights up, and we've got, right now, obviously it's all Christmassy. We change them with the seasons, and we just keep them refreshed so that it's constantly new and updated. Ambiance in the store, make sure you've got some good lighting or extra lighting with, the Christmas trees or lamps or fun things like that. Music is always a really nice, just not loud, when you're doing your displays, we layer. So instead of just having my cubby shelf up there, I have tables that are, I cannot think of the word, they stack basically, and I have them all pulled out a little bit like stair steps. So we have stuff on each one of those steps leading up to it, instead of just being flat. You want it to be almost interactive. You want them to dive in. You want to display those groupings of, for us, if we have a bunch of towels, we'll put them in a basket so people can dig through them and look. You want them to be hands-on with your products so that they know, one, that you don't care that they're digging through your stuff, or just the draw. You want them to be drawn into it. People will talk about displaying in groups of odd numbers, whether it's 3, 5s, and that's all cool and peachy keen, but honestly, I think if you have any grouping of like items, it's going to draw people in. And I mentioned we do have 3 open signs. We have one on the front door, we have a lighted one, and then we have our A-frame. We swap out the balloons on our A-frames, especially for our events. So we just had 2 big events. We did our holiday open house for the store, and we blast that all over Facebook. And you can promote your posts as well, which is a cheap way to do advertising and bring extra people to seeing your posts. I think we maybe spent over the past 2 events, maybe $30, and it brought in quite a few extra people. So we had our Midwest open house one weekend, and then the following weekend we had our market. And between those two, the amount of interaction that we had with those was absolutely fabulous. The other thing Molly had talked about too was posts on reminding people what you have. So reminding them, hey, Thanksgiving's coming up. We have your perfect hostess gifts. Or did you need to pick up a last minute gift for mom? Or, come in and be relaxed. Come in and relax. Just take some time out. And don't have to buy anything. Just come in and I guarantee you, as they come in and relax, they're going to want to spend some money there. We are, our posts for this week are going to concentrate on hostess gifts. And, we've got a pile of baskets under one of the Christmas trees we have up. So it's going to be a picture of the baskets and, talking about how we can help you set up a gift basket for your loved one, or we can do it. You can do it. Here's the basket pile, pick a basket, fill her up, we'll provide the free tissue paper. We'll provide a free ribbon. You just need to go ahead and come in and do that. Remind them what you have. Unboxing videos. That's always been really good for us. If we get a new shipment of something in, go live. And my daughter, who works with me here in the store, didn't want to do this, and she did, and it gets so much interaction because people get to see you and get to see your face as you're seeing this color, because when you order online, it's not necessarily like as exciting as when you get it, and it's so much better than what it looked like online. That genuine reaction people really like. So then they can go back through too and rewatch it and go, I think I really want that green one, or whatever it happens to be. So I think that, just humanizing it and doing that live and unboxing it and getting the genuine reaction. And there's just so much you can do that just, it makes it comfy, makes it cozy, and makes people want to be there. And I think that's been part of our success and part of our, and I'm learning all the time. I mean, I'm just now learning, oh, hey, Pinterest is huge. And I had no idea that this was more of a search engine based rather than just, oh, hey, these are really cute. I want to make these sometime. It's really a great search engine. It's free. And I can make these quick, easy little things on Canva, pop them up there, link them to my Facebook, link them to my website, and you've got people coming. So I think I've covered pretty much everything I have wanted to today. And I'm sorry I didn't have a presentation, but thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. We appreciate you sharing your story and the real life experience of using majority of the tools that Molly introduced to us today. And don't feel bad about no presentation. I think your presentation of yourself and the background of your shop, it was beautiful to look at anyway, so it's all good.
Thank you.
All right, Katie, do you want to give the wrap up spiel? And
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us this morning. I know time is one of the most valuable resources that you have as a small business owner and local leader. So we all appreciate you joining us today. Thank you to Molly and Sandra. It was a perfect pairing of a consultant giving us all the tools and then the real world make it come to life examples that Sandra gave. I threw a bunch of things in the chat today, so please feel free to scroll back through there. One of the most important things I want to highlight is at the North Central Small Business Development Center, we offer no cost one-on-one business consulting. If you would like to meet with Molly or another one of our consultants, please click on that link and register. We work throughout East Central Minnesota, so no matter where you're at, we have a local consultant. And I will just do one final call. You're a pretty quiet group, but does anyone have any questions as long as Molly and Sandra are still on the line? No? Perfect. All right. Well, we will give you a few minutes back of your morning. On behalf of all of us, thank you for joining.